As an artist creates their music, it is the melody behind the lyrics that can define the song. It is the instrument that can create a beat and that can allow a song to stick to your mind, stick to your heart, or stick to your soul. The artist that I have on tonight, she uses various instruments, but more specifically, she uses a ukulele, bringing a unique sound to Murfreesboro. From her green couch to our sofa right here on Deep Soul, I present to you Madeline Marie. Welcome to Deep Soul. As I said before, I present to you Ms. Madeline Marie. Hi.
Hello.
How are you?
Doing good.
This is definitely different from before, of course, but it's kind of the same if you think about it. I want to get started and talk about your journey on the road, because you've basically been everywhere. Like, you've hit every location, even your producer's in Las Vegas.
Yeah.
How did even that connection happen, by the way? I want to talk about that.
Well, he finished school here, and we were in the middle of making my album, and he got a job opportunity in Las Vegas, and I was like, well, we've already started, and it's might as well just continue on. So I've been flying out there. My final flight is actually in December.
Wow.
So, and I'm doing the vocals there, and then that's just waiting on him to master it.
And like I said, like with even Las Vegas, you've been everywhere else, even Kansas City being one of your songs.
Yeah.
Let's talk about Kansas City. Like, why why did you have to write a song with the experiences that you've had in Kansas City?
Well, Kansas City was a short experience for me, but it mainly revolved around when I was on the road, and in that abusive relationship, I got left there and stranded there, and I was left there for 2 days before a friend of mine that lives here in Murfreesboro came and drove up there and back to get me.
I remember us talking about that on the other show we did together. Do you want to go into that a little bit more here about the abusive relationship and how that affected your music and yourself?
Well, in the beginning, like all relationships, they're really nice, but eventually it just became very verbally abusive. I mean, we were verbally abusive to each other. It was a really toxic relationship. Yeah. But it did fuel the music. It fueled what we were doing as far as like traveling and stuff like that. But eventually it just came to a head in Kansas City. We had stopped there. One of his friends lived there, and we argued and argued and argued, and eventually just couldn't take it anymore. And he was just like, get out. And so I did. But I'm really glad I did. Yeah.
Did Kansas City kind of like depict you as an artist or as a person, or like did it kind of elevate how you are or change you?
For me, Kansas City was a turning point. It uprooted me from what I was doing, no direction in life, nothing at all, and it dropped me in Murfreesboro, which honestly, it helped me become like who I am as a person. So I'm really grateful for that happening, and it helped shape my music too, for sure. Having everything kind of change all at once, and being in this totally new location with all these new people, and trying to put my life back together from where it was essentially like taken apart by myself. I did that to myself, but I'm really glad that it happened. Because I have become more of a stronger person for it.
Now, can you taking away a little step back from music, for those in the audience that have dealing with verbal abuse or relationship abuse? Do you have any advice or any kind of thing you want to tell them that can help them either get out of the relationship or make themselves feel like it's not my fault?
I think the best thing you can do is just stay away from them once you finally, because you can tell somebody until you're blue in the face to leave them, and until they're ready to leave them, they're not going to, so you just, once they do finally let go, like, let them go. Like, there's no reason to come back and keep talking to them, and that's just dragging out what is already going to happen anyway. It's inevitable once you decide that you're done.
And y'all haven't had any future or further conversations outside. That's great.
Yeah,
that's
I have no idea what's going on.
That's good. No, that's awesome. That's what we want to hear.
Yeah.
I know that this is basically an update from everything before. And also, still taken outside of music, you've also reconnected with your dad, which was something we talked about on the radio. You was away from your dad, and you didn't talk to him at all, like, correct? Or
well, the divorce, you know, and we didn't talk for 11 years. And when we finally, you know, linked back up, he was like, oh my gosh, you're a full grown woman now. Like, it was really awesome. My aunt had reached out to me. I'd never even met her. She's like, I'm getting married. Your father's going to be here. It'd be really cool for y'all to like talk again, you know? And so I walked into the reception hall and, you know, like I didn't notice anybody there, of course. And he stands up and it's like, we have the same face, you know? You're for sure my dad. Like, there's no denying.
But how has that also changed you as a musician or as a person?
I wouldn't say it affected my music so much as it affected how I felt about myself.
Okay.
I felt more whole, you know, like knowing that he did want a relationship with me and that now we have that opportunity to grow together and he can be a part of my life and I can be a part of his. And more importantly, I can be a part of my little brother and sister's life, you know.
Yeah, I forgot you have siblings too.
Yeah, I didn't know either.
Yeah, did you connect with them as well? Have they heard your music?
Yeah, I play for them music.
Oh my gosh, how did that happen? Like, how did that work?
I just play on the guitar and we
Love
Skype.
it?
Oh man, they freak out. They love it so much.
What has your dad said about your music? Because I'm like...
you know what? I don't even know if he's really like sought it out that much. I know he knows I do it and he's like really proud of me because he's like, you know, I know you don't know this, but you know, our side of the family has lots of music in our family. You know, we have some family in the Latin Americas that are kind of popular there, you know, and
so
stuff like that.
This was in your blood, basically.
Yeah, and I didn't know.
It was always there.
Yeah.
So it's funny how music was the connection for not only yourself, to find yourself or to be yourself, if you want to put it like that, but it was also your connection to your dad.
Yeah.
So music is important to you in that aspect.
Oh yeah, music has always been a huge part of my life. So.
Okay, well, I know that when it comes to your music, you write basically stories, like most musicians do, but your stories are your life experiences that make it very unique and, of course, different. Is there a specific song that you have written that's kind of been more, I don't know, most relatable for you, if that makes sense?
I feel like the song, if I like had to play one song for somebody, it definitely would be Kansas City. I mean, like that song was like, for me, like the crowning jewel on the from the Green Couch album.
Yeah.
You know, and the album is pretty much, you know, it's my first album and it's my coming of age type of music. You know, it's like discovering yourself, like discovering who you are, you know, like all that stuff. So I feel like Kansas City perfectly sums up that as far as like what I was wanting out of myself, out of a relationship, out of everything, you know.
Okay.
So.
And that album features so many different local artists, so many different kinds of formats of music. How did that collab even happen?
Well, when I first moved here, I started meeting a lot of, I mean, it's right next to Music City, and you know, MTSU is known for their music program. So there's artists everywhere, and you know, the more I reached out and told people that I was working on this album that had different genres, like every song is a different genre, I had people coming left and right wanting to help out and stuff like that. So that's really where that started.
Oh my gosh, it kind of features the beauty of Music City or the beauty of NT.
Right.
I love that. And it's already been released, or is it? No, it's waiting for the release.
Yeah, I'm waiting for the
So
release.
when do we have that album coming out?
And no official release date yet.
Okay.
I am going in December to finish up the vocals, and then I'm just waiting on him to master it and finish, you know, and then it'll be cover art, waiting on that, so.
All right, well, more on that with Madeline Marie here on Deep Soul. We come back.
Your Marine Corps' way of life is to defend the American way of life. Every day, we take a stand for our nation, for each other, for us all. The few, the proud, the Marines.
Idle hands. They say they're the devil's workshop. But give idle hands a place to go, a purpose, and they're capable of amazing things.
All right, thank you so much. Welcome back to Deep Soul. I'm with Madeline Marie, and we're talking about From the Green Couch. Now, as I talked about in my monologue before, From the Green Couch is the name of your album. Why that object? Why is that so significant for you?
Well, when I first moved here, when I got back from Kansas City, I
Yeah.
slept on a green couch. I had nothing to my name. I had my car, my cat, and my clothes, and that's it. And I slept on this couch for 8 months, and that's where all my songs were written on from this album.
Where was this green couch at? Your friend's house? Or?
Yeah, a friend's house. It was a friend's. Actually, when she moved to Philadelphia, I ended up buying it from her. She was like,
wow.
I'm selling all my stuff, and I was like, I'm gonna buy that couch.
And now that you have the couch, she actually has been a symbol for you when it comes to your entire experience in Murfreesboro.
Yeah.
You write all your songs there. You're basically yourself there.
Yeah, like it was my bed.
Yeah.
It's what I did everything in. So it's really important to me, and so that's why I had it from the green couch.
I actually have a quick question. When it comes to your journey from Murfreesboro to Mississippi to just everywhere else, how does it all happen? Like, how did you get from those different locations to here?
Well, I mean, what do you mean, like transportation-wise?
No,
Like what?
How did you decide that I'm going to come here? I'm going to go there. I'm going to do this. I mean, Kansas City,
After I got out of school, I just did stuff.
with no fear.
Well, I don't think I did have very much fear when I was like 18, 19. Like I was really excited about life, really wanting to be involved and to go out and experience it. And like I didn't really have a home to come back to. With my mother's drug addiction, it was really tough. Having to see her go through that and being able to not be a part of that anymore and being out of the house and
So it's kind of like freedom.
yeah, I was able to be myself because for so long I was always so wrapped up in what was going on with my mom, what was going to happen next, so it was cool, it was cool for me, and so that's why there was no plan. We just went.
I kind of I don't know. I love that. I just love it because it's something about fear that gets all of us. But you're like, you know what? Because with your situation, of course, as well, you needed to be free, and this was your outlet, and music is your outlet. So going back to From the Green Couch, what's next? How can we it has to be mastered first, and you already got the songs together. Kansas City is going to be featured on this one, but the other songs on your SoundCloud won't, such as Summer Sweet, For Fun. And then All About Love.
Yeah, those are actually, they're all on the album, but they'll be actually mastered and done.
Okay.
Yeah, so not all the songs that are going to be on the album are on my SoundCloud. A lot of them are kept hidden away, specifically waiting for the album to come out. But the song that I'm going to play for y'all today, Sober Perception, that's for my next album.
So even though you're still working on completing the first album, you already got the next one together?
Well, technically the song's already completed on there.
Oh my
so
gosh.
I've been actually working on my next album for a minute now. I'm just the recording isn't done most of it's done.
Do you know the title yet?
Huh?
Do you know the title yet of your next one?
You Make the Noise.
Why You Make the Noise?
I actually saw it in a dream. And you're not supposed to be able to read things in dream. I practice lucid dreaming, so I was walking through this hallway, and I think I was at a party or something, and I walked down this hallway, and I saw it on the wall, painted, You Make the Noise, and on a white background. So I think that's what the cover will be. It was just You
that
Make
needs
the
to be
Noise
the cover and
background.
needs to be the preview for it, because that sounds pretty epic though. All right, so when is that one going to be released, if I may ask, since you already have
no
it's
idea.
sky?
Yeah, I'm still writing songs for the album, but it's already started. The ball's rolling. That's why I'm really excited for From the Green Couch to come out, because that's who I was, and now I'm working on something new, and I'm ready to show people what I've been working on and working so hard on, and I'm ready to move on, really, because From the Green Couch, a lot of those songs stem from a lot of traumatic events, so.
Is there a certain collab that you was really favored about? You were like, oh my gosh, it's a great collab.
I really liked the Crazy song.
Okay.
I collab with Isidro. He's a rapper here in Murfreesboro, and it's
goodness.
a jazzy, bluesy kind of song. And it's about how those days. I don't know if you ever have them, but I certainly do have them, where I feel like I'm crazy, and I'm doing,
every day for me, every day. Yeah.
Yeah. So
that's every day.
So that's kind of what that song is about. It's I tell myself I'm not crazy, but I haven't really been acting like that lately, and it's a really good song.
I'm actually honestly amazed by the different collaborations you have done, because you don't stick to your format. And honestly, I don't even think you have a format on your Facebook page. It says experimental acoustic, correct?
Yeah.
And then for your albums, though, You're a rapper, you're a singer, you're a song, you're just everything in every format.
I love music.
It's kind of, it's inspiring though, because I feel like a lot of musicians nowadays, they stick to that one format and that one idea, and they think that that's all I have to do. Yeah. But no, you take it to a whole nother step and you say, I want to learn it all so I can just be a master of all trades. What is that
Jack
phrase?
of all trades.
Jack of all trades and a master at none.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
But a jack of all trades is better than a master of one.
You got it.
That's the rest of that.
I think that's going to be like that phrase going to pop up, because that is perfect, you know. Do you have any experience, advice for musicians that are also like on the road and basically dealing with all the shenanigans? Because like you told me before, it's not all that glamorous.
It's not. I would say to make sure that the group that you decide to go with, because it is like a group effort. If you decide to be a traveling musician, it's best to go with a group.
Yeah.
If you go by yourself, good luck to you, you know, but like it's best to go with a group and to make sure that those are good people that aren't going to leave you in another state.
Yeah, it's kind of important.
Really
Yeah, that's kind of important. Okay, and then also to those that are afraid to step outside of their boundary when it comes to music or when it comes to life in itself, I guess.
Oh man, you just got to do it. You just got to do it. Like, this whole thing called life is super silly. And I feel like a lot of people will just put too much pressure on themselves, on everything around them, expectations. Just none of it really matters at the end of the day. You know, we're all one.
God, I freaking love interviewing you. It's just freaking amazing, because that is a mindset that a lot of people do not grasp, because they allow the negative things or negative people to end up taking over themselves and their own perception of themselves. Yeah. And it's sad. There's no point of it. It's just live life and have fun and be free.
Might as well.
All right, so the songs that you're performing today, what are they called?
Kansas City, Summer Sweet, and Sober Perception.
All right, well, today that's what you'll hear, and we'll be right back with her performance on Deep Soul.
From Iraq and Afghanistan, our brave warriors are coming home, wounded. Some with wounds you can see, some with wounds you can't see. Wounded Warrior Project was created to support our men and women coming off the battlefield. Please help carry these warriors the rest of the way home. Get involved at woundedwarriorproject.org.
It started with the original care package and millions more like it, passed from hand to hand across land and sea, to help survivors in the aftermath of war. As we grew, we found better ways to help those in need, ways to make a real difference, not just today, but tomorrow as well. Be the difference in people's lives. Help deliver lasting change at care.org.
Hi, my name is Madeline Marie, and this is Kansas City. I want love without submission. I want the power to not ask permission. Black stain photos on the wall. Lust conquers them all. If I am all that you envision, why am I not your first decision? Black stain photos on the wall. Lust conquers them all. Sick of the shame and sick of the pity. Well, I'll never forget Kansas City. Black stain photos on the wall. Lust conquers them all. To justify your dealings, but I just cannot ignore my feelings. Black
like stain photos on the wall. Lust conquers them all. Lust conquers them all. Lust conquers them all. The trust was bound to fall, 'cause lust conquers them all. Oh. They say it's me, I say it's him, and I am a fool for keeping you in. And you'll say anything to win. Well, I don't care. Start again. Let's start again. Oh, let's start again. All right, so that's that song. Okay, this is Summer Sweet. Oh, the weather's fine, the sun is shining down, and the breeze is forgiving. Bees and butterflies and gazing eyes across the rushing river. And oh, I'll try to make you happy. My time is yours. Someone I adore is you, and we make this thing so right, and I can't control that at all. Whoa, whoa, oh, ba-da-da-da, ba-da-da-da-da-da, ba-da-da-da-da-da. Summer's sweet and so is he, as I am plucked from reality. Feel this heat, feel my cheeks as I am so out of breath. But oh, I'll try to make you happy. My time is yours. Someone I adore is you, and we make this thing so right, and I can't control that at all. Whoa, whoa, oh, ba-da-da, ba-da-da-da-da-da, ba-da-da-da-da-da. Oh, I'll try to make you happy. It was sure nice to meet you. And oh, I'll try to make you happy. It was sure nice to meet you. It was sure nice to meet you. Whoa. Whoa. If there's one thing I did right, it was giving you a try. If there's one thing I did right, it was giving this a try. I'd like to introduce my drummer. He's over here. His name is Blair Peck. He is the conga player. All right, we're about to play the song on my new album called You Make the Noise. It's called Sober Perception. I can't stop smoking. It's the same. I messed it up. I'm so sorry. We gotta do it one more time. I like that because my bad. One more time. Here we go.
Hi, I'd like to introduce my drummer over here. His name is Blair Peck, professional drummer. And we're about to play a song called Sober Perception. It's going to be on my newest album called You Make the Noise. I can't stop smoking. It's the same thing every week. I tell myself that I have had enough, but then I take another puff. I need new inspiration to resist the sweet temptation. Then I get back in rotation and I laugh until my face is red. Oh, I thought I know myself by now, but oh, it seems I'm lost and then I'm found. Oh, it's real fun to watch the days go by, but I can't help feel I'm wasting my time being high. So high, so high. French kissing so divine, watching movies all the time. Then I hear my voices faltering, but honestly there's no stopping me. I need to walk the line and make use of precious time, but I like to laugh and sing and play and smoke the day into a haze. Oh, I thought I know myself by now, but oh, it seems I'm lost and then I'm found. Oh, it's real fun to watch the days go by, but I can't help feel I'm wasting my time being high. So high, so high. Oh, I like smoking with my friends. I like to play my guitar and then I go out all night and I pray that my voice still sounds the same damn way. But you can't tell me anything 'cause I've got it all figured out. Let everyone scream and shout. I like to live my life out loud, but oh, I thought I know myself by now, but oh, it seems I'm lost and then I'm found. Oh, it's real fun to watch the days go by, but I can't help feel I'm wasting my time being high.
All right, that was Madeline Marie. And come on back here. We have our drummer, the conga player, Mr. Blair. And y'all actually a couple too, aren't y'all? Y'all look a beautiful couple. Thank y'all so much for stopping by. Thank you so much for having your music on my show. And we don't have a date yet for from the green couch, excuse me. But we're going to get a date soon. It's going to be featured on your Facebook page, right?
Yes.
Madeline Marie.
Madeline Marie on my Facebook. Yeah, you have to look under the pages on the part.
And you'll see a beautiful black and white photo. All right, again, I thank my guests for being here. I thank you for tuning in to Right Here on Deep Soul. Don't forget to come back next week as we will have another artist doing spoken word and so much more. Until next time, keep it soulful.